Saving money to buy a house, your dollar goes half as far as it did at the end of 2020, new data shows.
Half as far in every situation?
When it comes to buying a house.
Yeah.
A tough market for home buyers keeps getting tougher as a combination of rising prices and climbing mortgage rates makes it even harder to afford a home. Now, Jordan, this is something we've talked about on the podcast before, but heck if it's not like a just everyday reality for the party people. In spite of these challenges, people are still buying homes somehow.
Yeah.
About 4 million are on track to sell this year, but to a shocking extent, rising mortgage rates and the shortage of homes for sale, which feeds rising prices and bidding wars, has weakened their financial position. Now, listen to this, because I had not really thought about this. In many cases, people who already own their homes and are paying mortgage rates in the 3 to 4% don't want to sell a home and then buy a new one because the mortgage rates are so high now. So the mortgage rates rising is also making the prices go higher, and the interest rate is higher. So people who are buying houses there are fewer available, and then they're have to get them for a higher.
What is interest rate at right now?
It's like 7 or 8%.
Wow,
isn't that crazy? When we got our house in 2014, it was like 3.5-4% or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, crazy, man.
But I know that there was a time when it was like in the 90s when it was a lot higher.
It was like 15, right?
I just can't even imagine it.
How does it go back down? It has to crash to go back down. I mean, they control when it comes up and down, right?
Right.
So
I think it just has to collapse kind of outside of their control and then reset, I guess. We've just lived through a long period of this.
People just thought this was normal to be so low for so long.
Yeah. It says that the median sale price for a single family home, what do you think the number is? The median price
for
a single family home. So a home like our house or your house.
Oh, for the entire country?
Yeah.
$300,000.
$416,000 as of the second quarter of this year, up from $360,000 in late 2020.
That doesn't seem right. I look at the market a lot in Nashville. For a single family home, the average is over $400,000. That seems outrageous.
I mean, yeah, but there'll be other there's more high end places. Like if you go out to Brentwood,
that's true.
Franklin, the houses are going to be worth more. There's a house on the lake near here that's like going for over $1 million. Dude, it's crazy. Do you think we're at the top of this, or is it just going to get worse?
I don't know. I think it's going to get worse. I truly believe it's going to get worse.
The difference between a monthly mortgage payment at 3% and one at 8% can be staggering. For a median priced home that costs $416,000 with a 20% down payment, your monthly mortgage with 3% is $1,400 and at 8% is $2,441. So it's over $1,000.
Did you say that backwards?
A monthly mortgage with 3% interest would be $1,400.
Oh, $1,400.
8% interest would be $2,400.
Sorry, I thought you said $4,100.
No.
I was like, what the?
One day we're getting there.
Yeah. Wow.
That's 2028.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but we will get there.
We've talked about this already. I just keep seeing these articles, and I just feel so bad for the people we know that
were young, and now they're to the point they're wanting to buy a house. We just grew up at the perfect time that we were buying.
I know.
houses.
We just happened to be born. Right. We just happened to be born at the exact time where it got timed perfectly, even though we didn't realize it.
Yeah, we had no idea.
I
got it at the last second. Legitimately.
You did.
Last second.
You did. Yeah. I had a few years, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, what is my house worth?
Yeah. No, I got it in the last second. A year later, I was like, I couldn't afford my house.
So in case people haven't, I guess we shouldn't assume everybody has watched every episode of the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
When we talked about this before, we were kind of bemoaning the idea that all of our friends in the last several years that have bought houses have had to move way farther out. Even like family of ours that wanted to buy a house had to buy way, way, way far out into the boonies in different directions just to afford a normal sized house. Because that's the only, so it keeps just creeping up and up and up and up.
And it's difficult because some people don't want to live farther out for distance reasons, but also because generally when you buy houses further out, you have more land. And when you have more land,
Right.
you have to spend money upkeeping
That's
the land. You have
right.
to spend more
That's
time
exactly
upkeeping
right.
the land. Land's not always a good thing for everybody.
Right. You've got to, I mean, you've got the
That's
land,
a
you got to
commitment.
want it. You got to want
Yeah,
it.
that's a commitment. When's the impending collapse?
Yeah, it's not even on just this topic, but just is
Yeah.
I don't know, but also it's like if we're just anticipating there's going to be a collapse all the time, just like the price of gold. Gold's going to go up. No, it never does.
Yeah.
So if we're as soon as we stop anticipating it, that's when it's going to happen. That's why it's going to be so scary. We're going to be like, I guess it didn't happen. Oh, there it is.
And then it just plummets. The economy crashes.
I can't imagine how the price of houses would just collapse, because you would think that as soon as it collapses, people would be like, great, now they're cheap, let's buy. So will it be like crash, go back up, crash, go back up? Like, I feel like it'll be more like this, unless
Well, what
there's
happened in 2008? That's the question. I was so young. I mean, I was just going into college,
right.
so I don't even
know.
really remember.
Yeah, I was in college and I didn't super pay attention.
Yeah. It just crashed.
Right.
But, but it's a different time now. There's a lot of different kinds of jobs. There's
Yeah.
a lot of the internet is bigger.
Yeah.
People can do more stuff at home. It's just, we'll see. This is going to be weird.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird one.
Yeah. It's always like, will it follow the same cycles as it has throughout history, or are we kind of in a different sort of time, like a post-COVID time when there really is a lot of migration in different directions?
Yeah, that's what
that is kind of putting pressure on the price of houses. And then also, there's a lot of different ways to have income and have money and stuff, but it's like they keep inflating the currency and they keep
Yeah, I
doing
know.
these things.
Look, out of morbid curiosity, I want to know what happens if the whole thing just burns. I just want to know, how would people respond? What would people's morals change to?
Yeah.
Where is their importance lying? Is it as much in technology in their phones, or does it shift more to their families?
Yeah.
I just want to know that.
I want to know, do normal people think about this stuff ever? Because I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
So like if it were to happen one day, it would be freaky, but at the same time I'd be like, okay, I have considered what I would do here.
Yeah.
For the average person, do they think about this stuff?
Right. Or
Like, have you ever thought, hey, what if one day your money's not worth anything anymore?
Yeah.
Or it's hard to find food?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Because I've thought about it at least. I'm not saying I've got it all sorted out, but I've at least considered the possibility.
Right.
But it's just the way, you just watch normal people and you're like, dude, the way you're living your life makes me think you've never. Mm-hmm. I live with a watchful eye. Mm-hmm. I don't trust much.